Imagine this. Just 1 week before the Olympic opening ceremony, one of the greatest skiers of all time crashes violently and leaves the mountain hanging from a helicopter. That's exactly what happened to Lindsey Vonn. On Friday, in Crans, Montana, Switzerland, Lindsey Vonn was racing in her final downhill World Cup event before the Milan Cortina Winter Olympics. This was supposed to be her last tune-up, her final test before the biggest stage in sports. Instead, it turned into a nightmare. The race was held in extremely difficult conditions. Visibility was poor, snow was falling, and the course was rough and bumpy. Several skiers had already crashed earlier, and the race had even been delayed because of it. But when Lindsey Vonn started, she looked locked in. She was the 6th racer out of the gate and absolutely flying. At the first checkpoint, she had the fastest time. Everything was pointing toward another strong run from the 41-year-old star who has been dominating the downhill circuit this season. Then came the jump. As Vonn landed, she was slightly off balance. You could see her lift her left arm and pull high into the air, desperately trying to regain control. She tried to brake, but it was too late. Her skis caught, she spun around, and she slammed straight into the safety nets on the upper part of the course. The impact was hard. For a moment, there was silence. Medical staff rushed in as Vonn remained tangled in the nets. Eventually, she managed to get back on her feet, but something was clearly wrong. She was limping badly and keeping weight off her left knee, using her poles just to stay upright. She clicked her skis back on and carefully made her way down to the finish area, but once there, she immediately went into a medical tent for further evaluation. And then came the image that shocked everyone. Lindsey Vonn was airlifted off the mountain by helicopter, dangling from a rope over the Swiss Alps. Before entering the tent, cameras caught an emotional moment. Vonn, eyes closed, shared a long embrace with her teammate Jacqueline Wiles. The anxiety on her face said everything. She knew what this could mean. This crash couldn't have come at a worse time. Lindsey Vonn has been the leading downhiller on the World Cup circuit this season, with 2 wins and 3 additional podium finishes. Including Super G, she has finished on the podium in 7 of 8 races, with her worst result being 4th place. All of this came after an incredible comeback. Just last season, Vonn returned to competition after undergoing a partial titanium replacement in her right knee. At 41 years old, she wasn't just back, she was competing at the highest level again. Now, her Olympic status is suddenly uncertain. The Milan Cortina Olympics are just days away. Vonn's first scheduled event is the women's downhill on February 8th. She was also planning to compete in the Super G and the new team combined event. And the location makes this even more emotional. The women's Alpine events will be held in Cortina d'Ampezzo, a place where Lindsey Vonn is a legend. She holds the record there with 12 World Cup victories. But this crash brings back painful memories. Vonn has suffered numerous serious crashes throughout her career. One of the worst happened in 2013 at the World Championships in Schladming, Austria, also during a Super G held in terrible conditions. She was airlifted off the course then as well and suffered devastating injuries to her right knee, forcing her to miss the 2014 Sochi Olympics. Now, history feels dangerously close to repeating itself. Other skiers weren't spared either. Austria's Nina Ortlieb crashed in the same section of the course as Vonn, and Norway's Marte Monsen slammed into the nets near the finish and had to be taken away on a sled. Several athletes later said the conditions were simply too dangerous. "You can't see," French skier Romain Muradelai said. "It's bumpy everywhere. We just couldn't see well." As of now, the entire skiing world is holding its breath. Will Lindsey Vonn recover in time? Was this just a scare or the moment that ends an unbelievable comeback story? One thing is certain, a week before the Olympics, Lindsey Vonn's dream is hanging by a thread.
Seeing Lindsey Vonn leave the mountain like that, it really hits hard. This was not just another crash. This was a reminder of how thin the line is between greatness and the heartbreak in elite sports. At 41 years old, after surgeries, setbacks, and a legendary comeback, She was just days away from another Olympic moment. And in a split second, everything was bottomed out. Now, all we can do is wait and hope this story does not end like it did before. Because if anyone deserves one more Olympic moment, it's Lindsey Vonn. Let me know what you think. Do you believe she will make it in time for the Olympics? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. Goodbye.